आज का टॉपिक है मॉडल ऑक्सिलरीज यानी कि मॉडल वर्ब्स क्या होते हैं। तो इसको समझते हैं। मॉडल वर्ब्स आर अ काइंड ऑफ मॉडल ऑक्सिलरीज वर्ब्स and they facilitate the main verb for suggesting potential, ability, possibility, permission and obligations. ठीक। Model verbs are a kind of auxiliary verbs. The modal verbs are a kind of auxiliary verbs. They facilitate the main verb for suggesting potential, expectation, permission, ability, possibility, and obligation. ठीक। तो modal verbs are a kind of auxiliary verbs. They facilitate the main verb for suggesting potential, expectation, permission, ability, possibility and obligation. तो एक तरह के ये क्या है, ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब्स हैं जो मेन वर्ब को फैसिलिटेट करती हैं, सपोर्ट करती हैं। फॉर सजेस्टिंग पोटेंशियल, उनको उनमें क्या पोटेंशियल है, उनकी में क्या एबिलिटी है, क्या पॉसिबिलिटी है, उनमें क्या ड्यूटीज है, क्या ऑब्लिगेशंस हैं, उसको सजेस्ट करती है। ठीक। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, will, shall, may, can, will, shall, may, can, must, ये सारे क्या है, ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब्स हैं, मॉडल वर्ब्स हैं। ठीक। और जब इनको हम पास्ट में चेंज करेंगे तो ये विल का वुड, शैल शुड, मे पास्ट में माइट, कैन पास्ट में कुड, और मस्ट प्रेजेंट में हैव टू के लिए और पास्ट में हैड टू के लिए, हैव टू, हैड टू। तो these are the auxiliary verbs, and these verbs, these auxiliary verbs facilitate the main verb. Okay. And the one thing more is modal auxiliary verbs never change form. ये अपना फॉर्म चेंज नहीं करती. अगर वर्ब विल है तो विल रहेगा. हाँ, लेकिन बट दे हैव अ डिफरेंट फॉर्म फॉर पास्ट टेंस. So this is for present and that is for past. ठीक, तो ये बात क्लियर होती है कि द मॉडल ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब नेवर चेंज इट्स फॉर्म. ओके, विल है तो इसका फॉर्म चेंज नहीं होता. जैसे पास्ट टेंस में हम कर देते हैं ईट को एट, प्ले को प्लेड, लेकिन इसका जो फॉर्म है वो डिफरेंट होता है पास्ट में. ठीक, ये बात नहीं क्लियर होती है. तो मॉडल वर्ब्स आर ए काइंड ऑफ ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब्स, मीन्स हेल्पिंग वर्ब्स, एंड दे फैसिलिटेट द मेन वर्ब for suggesting potential, expectation, permission, ability, possibility and obligation. ठीक, तो जब हमारे पास हमारे ये जो हमारे ये मॉडल वर्ब्स हैं प्रेजेंट में विल, शैल, मे, कैन, ठीक, मस्ट का जो होता है वो हैव टू से मतलब होता है इसमें. और जब पास्ट में इसको हम फॉर्म बदलेंगे इसका, तो विल का वुड, शैल का शुड, मे का माइट, कैन का कुड, मस्ट का हैड टू. सॉरी, मस्ट का मस्ट होगा, लेकिन यहां पर हैव टू को हैड टू में करेंगे हम. इसको हम नीचे कर देते हैं. हैड टू. अब इसमें कुछ एग्जाम्पल देते हैं कि ये इस्तेमाल कैसे होंगे. Indicates willingness, indicates willingness to do something in future. Something in future. तो will and would indicates willingness to do something in future. Will and would तो इंडिकेट करता है कि फ्यूचर में, ठीक है, कुछ होने वाला है, कुछ काम होने वाला है. तो विलिंगनेस, इसलिए हमने विलिंगनेस का इस्तेमाल किया. क्लियर? And the negative of will is will not. Will not in future, in present, and would not in past. And you can write it like this. Want. Okay? So the negative of will is will not and would not in the past. Would indicate general willingness. General willingness. general willingness in the past. And will indicate general willingness in the present. Will indicates general willingness in the present. It means would and will are used for willingness. It's clear. And will not and would not are used for unwillingness. So it's clear here that will not and would not are used for unwillingness, because these words are in negative. Will, for example, if I were you, I would not do it. If I were you, I would not do it. If I were you, if I were you, I would not do it. Clear? तो अगर मैं तुम्हारी जगह होता, if I were you, अगर मैं तुम होता, ये तुम्हारी जगह होता, I would not do it, मैं ये काम नहीं करता. So this show that this is a willingness. I would not do. मैं ये काम नहीं करता. It is clear that will and would indicates willingness. Will not and would not indicate unwillingness. Next, modal verb. Can, could, and may, might express possibility. Ability. So can, could, and may or might are modal verbs or modal auxiliary verbs, and they express possibility and ability. तो जब possibility हो और ability हो तब हम may और can, could और may और might का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. ठीक, तो you can write can expresses ability. Can expresses ability. Okay? Can, this word, expresses ability. आपके अंदर एबिलिटी है कि आप ये काम कर सकते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, you can do it. You can do it. So this example shows that you have ability, that you can do it. So can expresses ability. You can do it. And could. Expresses ability with an option. Could, modal auxiliary verb, expresses ability with an option. For example, you can do it. तो क्या मतलब है इसका? एबिलिटी विद एन ऑप्शन, कि आप और अच्छा कर सकते थे. आई कुड डू इट, मैं ये कर सकता था, लेकिन जो आपने काम नहीं किया, जो आप नहीं कर सके, वो कर सकते थे. तो एबिलिटी विद एन ऑप्शन. तो यहां पर आपका ऑप्शन है कि आप अच्छा कर सकते थे. यू कुड डू इट. तो थोड़ा डिफरेंस दोनों में है, कैन में और कुड में. कैन मीन्स एबिलिटी, यू कैन डू इट. यू कैन रीड, तुम पढ़ सकते हो, एबिलिटी है. बट कुड एक्सप्रेसेस एबिलिटी विद एन ऑप्शन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू कुड डू इट, तुम ये काम कर सकते थे. यू कुड राइट, तुम लिख सकते थे. तुम लिखा नहीं, लेकिन लिख सकते थे. क्लियर? कैन एंड कुड also indicates possibility. Can or could also indicates possibility. यहां तो एबिलिटी थी, यू कैन डू इट, यू कुड डू इट. पॉसिबिलिटी क्या है यहां पर? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इट कुड बाद में बारिश हो सकती थी. यहां पॉसिबिलिटी है बारिश होने की. इट कुड रेन लेटर. एग्जाम्पल लेकर और नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल. The temperature could rise this month. So the temperature could rise this month. बढ़ सकता है. The temperature could rise this month. बढ़ सकता है. So it means that can and could also indicates possibility. The can could expresses ability and possibility. Next example. Next auxiliary verb. May and might. These are modal auxiliary verbs. May or might, both possibility. May or might both indicates possibility. Okay? But might, can, that there is less possibility than may. लेकिन might क्या शो करता है कि may जो हमारा जो auxiliary verb है उससे कम possibility है. That there is a less possibility than may. For example, they may come back. They may come back. Okay, there is a possibility that they may come back. And if you write in this way, they might come back means there is a less possibility that they might come back. So may indicates possibility and might indicate there is a less possibility. Might indicate there is less possibility. And may indicate possibility. So it is clear that may or might both indicate possibility. Okay, but might indicates that there is a less possibility. Okay. Next, must. Must indicates necessity. Must. This is must for you. You must come by 6 o'clock. There is a necessity. Indicate necessity. For example, this is must. For you. Must. It shows that there is a necessity that you will have to do the task. You must come by 6 o'clock. You must come by 6 o'clock. So, must indicates necessity. Clear? Next verb is have to. Have to has similar meaning to must. Have to means has similar meaning to must, but implies less urgency. So you can say that have, to and must is same. The meaning is same. And the meaning of must is necessity. And here have to indicate, have to means less urgency. For example, come here. And have to shows less urgency than must. You have to study. It is clear that have to has the similar meaning to must. And must indicates necessity. Next, verb. Should. Should indicates obligation and probability. So should indicates obligation and probability. Means duty. Obligation means duty. It is clear. Obligation means duty and probability, possibility. For example, you should do this work. As per my order. You should do this work as per my order. So this sentence, this example indicates that there is an obligation. So you should do this work as per my order. Okay? Next example. You should not smoke at all. You should not smoke. There is obligation. But you should not smoke at all. Clear? Next, auxiliary verb is ought to. Ought to indicates obligation also. Ought to also indicates obligation. And you can say that sometimes replaces should. And sometimes replaces should. The ought to means indicates obligation also, but sometimes replaces should. Then you can use ought to in place of should. For example, I think your parents more freedom. I think your parents ought to give children more freedom. it's clear that ought to also indicates obligation, also indicates duty, also indicates probability, but sometimes it replaces should, and you can replace ought to with should.